Surrounded by dozens of educators and students, Governor Brian Kemp signed 7 bills into law here at the Forsyth County Learning Center. Among the more controversial, a parental bill of rights and a bill that would ban so-called divisive concepts from being taught in the classroom. The governor also signed bills to ban certain books considered obscene from school libraries.
As part of the moral panic around LGBTQ folks that is animating right-wing lawmakers and activists across the country, Georgia's Republican-dominated legislature and its governor enacted a package of cultural war laws last year. The Southern Poverty Law Center writes that collectively these laws are called the Protect Students' Rights Act. They include a divisive concepts law, a parent's bill of rights, and a harmful to minors law. It allows for the removal or restriction of materials parents deem pornographic or otherwise harmful. The first bill tends to focus a lot of its explicit language on racial issues, backlash to the panic around critical race theory. It also includes vague wording with room for interpretation around, quote, not advocating for divisive concepts, whatever that means. Cobb County School District 5th grade teacher Katie Rinderly found out just how broadly that term can be applied when she read the book My Shadow is Purple to her class. The publisher describes the book as, quote, a heartwarming and inspiring book about being true to yourself and moving beyond the gender binary. She is now on leave and faces termination proceedings, the first known case of a Georgia teacher being ousted under these laws. Katie Rinderly joins me now. It's great to have you on the program. Thank you so much for joining us to tell what happened to you. Can you tell me, where do you teach and what kind of teaching do you do?
Yeah, I teach for Cobb County School District. More specifically, Dewes Elementary, and I am the gifted specialist lead at our school. So I teach 1st through 5th grade gifted students.
And this book, My Shadow is Purple, how did you come about this book? What was the context for introducing it to the class?
I had purchased this book from our school's Scholastic Book Fair in February of this year. And in March, my 5th grade students had the opportunity to vote on various book titles, picture books. And My Shadow is Purple had the majority vote, and it was selected to read as a class.
So you bought it at the school Scholastic Book Fair. Of course, I think a lot of folks are familiar with that. I remember those days very well. And then you had a sort of vote in the class, like a kind of, what do we want to read together? They voted for this. You read them the book. I want to just read a little portion of it so people get a sense of the book. I was reading it today. And it's about someone who feels not like they don't fit neatly into either gender of the two gender binaries as constructed. Some of my friends think I'm simply confused, but the thing I love most is not having to choose. Some tell me I'm blue, only blue can be strong. But my mom's strong too, so I think they're wrong. Some tell me I'm pink because pink's the most caring, but dad's always crying and loving and sharing. How did the book go over in the class?
Oh, it was wonderful. You know, students had the opportunity to discuss the book's message that they've received, which was that of, acceptance of not only themselves, but of others, and, truly valuing those differences within themselves and others and learning from them. It was a wonderful book.
Yeah, I really liked it quite a bit. I mean, I think we're disposed to like it, given what my view on gender is broadly, but it's not like I would not describe it as a militant book in any way or politically pointed. It's about someone who feels a little not like their self straddles different ways that we think about what's boyish or what's girlish or what's mannish and what's womanish and what's male and what's female, and they're trying to explore that. So what went wrong? Like, how did you hear you were in trouble for this?
So 2 days after the book had been read, I received an email from my principal asking me to come to her office for a meeting, and also received an email from a parent of a 5th grade student who also works in the district. And it was brought to my attention that this book was deemed divisive, and there would be an investigation to follow. So on Monday, March 13th, I was placed on administrative leave with pay, and that continued until May 5th, when the district let me know that they would be moving for termination.
So is it your understanding this was initiated by a parental complaint was what initiated this proceeding?
Correct, yes.
And that complaint was pursuant to the new Georgia law that passed with sanctions for teachers if they introduce divisive concepts?
Yes. It was very vague with how this book was brought to their attention, the district and my principal was not ever able to describe to me or define how this book was divisive or what was so divisive about it. You know, this is a book that is inclusive, not divisive. And, you know, children are especially harmed when they're not made to feel celebrated and validated for who they are and all that they bring with them into our classroom.
The school district has now initiated what will be a sort of termination tribunal, I understand it. There's a process here for your possible termination. I want to just read for you the statement from the Cobb County School District. And it says, without getting into the specifics of the personnel investigation, the district is confident this action, meaning their termination proceedings, is appropriate considering the entirety of the teacher's behavior and history. The district remains committed to strictly enforcing all board policy and the law. What do you say to that?
I say that I have 10 years of incredible evaluations. I'm a leader within our school and within the district, and I think that speaks for itself.
What is your understanding of why you have found yourself in this position? Like, you read a book. Did you know when you were reading it, like, oh, I don't know about this, this is edgy, or I don't know if this is legally dubious, or was it, hey, the kids, this is a great book, the kids want to read it, let's read it?
Right, exactly. So in my opinion, you know, these are complaints that are brought that are truly rooted in, you know, bias and prejudice, and they're not centering students, you know, for what a learning environment should be and how students learn best. This is about a book that, you know, validates students, but also empowers them to learn how to communicate and collaborate with one another and to engage in discourse that's necessary for them to be able to collaborate and communicate with one another. So I truly think that students are not placed at the center of all of this. It is these vague laws that truly chill education, chill educators, and limit the students' ability to actually have an environment where they are able to freely learn.
The book is called My Shadow is Purple. I read it today and I thought it was great. And I thought it was, as you said, inclusive and about understanding and about maybe not fitting into the ways that people think you should be, but how that's okay. And Katie Rinderle, who's a teacher down there in Cobb County, Georgia, now facing possible termination for the violation of reading that book under Georgia state law. Katie Rinderle, thank you so much for telling us your story tonight.